Okay, so today I am answering your guys' questions. The last time I did a Q&A, I think I had around God, I don't even know, but I know I had less than 10k subscribers, and now there is double that. There are so many more of you, and I figured it's time to do another Q&A for all of you that have questions to ask. So yeah, I want this video to be more low-key and more intimate, minus, all of the editing and all of, just everything that I do when it comes to making a video. But yeah, I just want this to be more intimate and more to feel like a conversation more than one of my regular videos that are edited down. So yeah, also a little piece of lore for you. My ex situationship just texted me and I'm trying so hard not to open, like, he sent me a paragraph. I'm trying so hard not to open the message because I screenshotted like the notification and I told my friend I would call her as soon as I open it, but I knew I had to film this video, so I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to keep my composure and wait until I finish filming so that I can then open it and then call her about it. But yeah, that is currently going on, and okay, anyways, time for questions. I'm gonna go newest first. Okay, so a question that I get a lot is who are my favorite YouTubers, and I feel like if I had to give you guys like a big three, I would say Peyton King, Cameron Chase, and Aaron and Joe. I feel like those are like my big three, especially when it comes to like comfort YouTubers and favorite YouTubers, like people that I go to just to feel relaxed, and people that I, put on after a long day of work and I'm just trying to relax and have a good time. Those are the people that I kind of go to first. Okay, I hope that answers that question. Okay. Another question I found: what countries have you visited and which one do you want to visit? Okay, so I've been to Jamaica, of course. I've been to Greece and I've also been to Italy. I want to visit France. I really want to go to Paris. And another country that I would say would probably be I don't know. Japan. Those are two really big countries that I really want to visit in the near future. Some of my favorite movies to watch when I'm sad. Ratatouille is one of my favorite movies of all time. I also got a question on what is my favorite animated movie, so I would say Ratatouille as well. And another movie that I would say to watch when I'm sad is Mrs. Doubtfire. Also a really, really good movie. That lifts my spirits when I'm sad. I'm not really movie girly, so any movie that I watched as a kid, especially Disney or Pixar movies, I would say are movies that I would gravitate to when I am feeling sad. So yeah. Oh, my favorite Disney princess. I feel like Tiana is a very obvious answer, but still, she is one of my top Disney princesses. I love The Princess and the Frog so much. But other than that, I would say Rapunzel, because Tangled is also one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just so comforting and visually so stunning, especially the lantern scene when her and Flynn are in the boat and all the lanterns go up. Such a beautiful scene. I love that movie so much, and it is a very big go-to when I am feeling sad. But Rapunzel is also one of my favorite Disney princesses of all time, alongside Tiana. So yeah. My biggest fear. Oh my god. My biggest fear is not succeeding, I guess. I feel like the biggest thing I am scared of is just not being successful and struggling, because I feel like that's so scary to just be financially and mentally struggling, because that's such a hard thing to get out of. So I would say a really big fear of mine is just struggling in all senses of the term, whether it be financially or mentally or physically. I would say struggling is one of my biggest fears. But I am also very very scared of bugs. Very scared of bugs. Anything with more than 4 legs, I can't do it. I physically cannot do it. I will break down in tears. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I am a big baby when it comes to bugs. So Yeah. How far do you want to go with YouTube and content creation in general? I've said this before, but YouTube has always been a dream of mine ever since I was a kid. Even before I knew YouTube specifically was my dream. As a kid, I always wanted to be an actor, always wanted to be a singer, even though I can't sing at all. But I always knew that I wanted to be like a prominent figure. I always knew that I wanted to leave behind some kind of legacy, I always wanted to have some kind of importance. And when I discovered YouTube at I don't know how old, it clicked in my head. I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is what I want to do with myself. This is everything I want to be and more, you know? So yeah, ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. And now that it is finally happening, I want to put all of myself into it, and it is the only thing I see for myself when it comes to my future. It is just so important to me. It is the only thing I've ever been so passionate about, and the only thing that's made me this happy in my life. Like this point in my life, like this past 6 months has been the happiest I think I've ever been since I was like 2 years old. I don't know. But yeah, this is the happiest I've ever been in so long, because if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would be, you know, working the 9 to 5 that I have now, going to school and just kind of coasting by. But YouTube has been such a grounding and just overall thing that makes me so happy, and I want to do as much with it as I possibly can, and that means for me making a career out of it. I want this to be my life. I want this to be my entire life, and that has never been so clear to me as it has been at this point in my life. But yeah, I'm rambling. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, when it comes to YouTube, I want to go as far as humanly possible, and as far as I can see, I will never quit. I will never quit as long as I have something to say about it. As long as I have something to say about it, I will never quit YouTube. Thank you. Another great question. How do you deal with anxiety, especially when you're a content creator? So yeah, like some of you guys know, I've mentioned this before, but I do struggle with anxiety, especially when it comes to social anxiety. When it comes to YouTube, I always have these thoughts, especially when I'm about to post something. I always have these weird thoughts of being like, oh my God, maybe I'm being too annoying. Maybe these people don't even actually like me. When it comes to anxiety, I just tell myself I wouldn't have the success that I've had so far if people did not like me, if people did not want to watch me, if people did not resonate with me, if people did not relate to me. Think about the fact that this has been your dream for so long. Do not let anxiety and overthinking get in the way of that. And I know it's easier said than done, but I generally have to remind myself that this is something that I'm so passionate about, and the fact that it has been working out so well for me says something. That says something, and I should not let my anxiety or anything that I think get in the way of that. So I would say if you are a content creator and you struggle with anxiety, just know that the people who watch you, the people who comment every single time you post, the people who like your videos, all of that, they like you for you. They like you for a reason, and don't let your brain convince you of anything other than that. And that goes beyond content creation. That goes with anything. If there's anything that you're passionate about, anything that makes you genuinely happy and makes you feel safe, your brain is going to convince you that maybe this isn't safe. Maybe there's something else that will make you happier. I would say trust your heart and just go with it. Just go with it. Trust yourself no matter what, and don't let your anxiety get in the way of that. I guess. I don't know. Okay. Next question. Billie Eilish or Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead? This is so hard. This is you putting me against my wife and my husband. But if I would have to pick, I would say, oh my God, this is so hard. I gotta go with Rick. I might have to go with Rick. I don't know. But only because I knew him before I knew Billie Eilish. Because I started The Walking Dead in 2017 and I didn't discover Billie until 2018. So I have to remain loyal. I have to remain loyal to my man. Okay. Your favorite video that you've made? I really love the making Dubai chocolate video that I did. Any cooking video that I've done so far, I love so much because it's always chaotic, always a mess. But I also love my Omegle videos and my ranking edits videos. But if I had to pick any video that is my absolute favorite, I'm going to say my very first ranking edits video because I feel like I was so myself in that video and just so not caring at all about how I was being perceived. And that video being my best performing video where I am just completely and uncontrollably myself. Like I love that. I love that. And I can't wait until I do my next ranking edits video, which I'm gonna do very soon. When I do those videos, it is always so much fun. It's so much fun to edit. It's so much fun seeing your guys' opinions, and it's even more fun the fact that it's you guys tagging me in those edits, so it just feels so interactive. So yeah, I would say my first ranking edits video is my favorite video that I've done so far. How are you so pretty? If you got your dream job, would you do YouTube as a side job or give it a break? Like I said earlier, YouTube is my dream job, so I would never quit it for anything. So yeah, YouTube is my dream. If I got to do YouTube full time, which I am manifesting that I will be very soon, that would be best case scenario, and I am actively manifesting it every second of every day. Another question, do you have siblings? Yes, I have an older sister who is 9 years older than me. Her birthday is the 11th of September and I am the 18th of September. So our birthdays are a week apart, even though we're 9 years apart. But yeah, and that's another question. What is my sign? I am a Virgo, born September 18, 2003. Guys, I just got tagged in an edit. How cute. Okay, another question I got was, how are you mentally, physically, etc.? Which I really appreciate you asking. Mentally and physically, I am doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great. I feel fine. I feel amazing. And yes, my top 3 fave singers / bands, not in a particular order. I would say Tyler the Creator, The Weeknd, and oh god. And let me see, I have to check my playlist. Steve Lacy. The Weeknd, Tyler the Creator, and Steve Lacy, I would say, are my big 3 at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna answer a couple questions because I've already been recording for 30 minutes, which is insane. Okay, so hair questions. I use the Curlsmith curly hair care line. I want to do a curly hair routine, but I am so bad at giving tutorials. I recorded a makeup tutorial earlier today, and watching the footage back, I am so terrible at explaining stuff. I don't know how that's gonna go, but yeah, that is what I use for my hair. And yeah, and skincare. I also got a couple questions about my skincare. But to wash my face, I use this CeraVe hydrating cleanser. To tone, I use a rice toner, and to moisturize, I use the Weleda Skin Food moisturizer for my face. I have very, very dry skin, so I use a lot of hydrating and moisturizing products on my face. And I also used to struggle with hyperpigmentation, so I use products that are brightening as well. My favorite Tyler song, I would say, is either New Magic Wand, IFHY, or Like Him. Those are my big 3. I can't pick between those, but those are my top 3 Tyler songs. My favorite fit in my closet, I'll put a picture of it, but it's this like graphic corset that I wear over either a white tee or a long sleeve white shirt and some jeans. Does the trick every single time. I love that fit down. It is one of my most favorite fits I ever wear. The minute I am able to afford my Pinterest board is the day I will combust spontaneously combust. I cannot wait until I have enough money to afford my entire Pinterest board. I can't wait for that day. I genuinely cannot wait for that day. What is your major in college? I'm starting August 25th as a communications major, and I'm excited but nervous as hell. I love you so much. I love you too. My major, I'm a marketing major, and I mainly focus on like the creative side of business as a whole. But yeah, I love marketing. I love advertising, just anything creative when it comes to business. But yeah, I am a marketing major. Don't be nervous about college. I feel like everybody is nervous about college, but once you get into the swing of things, it generally just becomes second nature. It is going to go well for you. I already know it. My sister was also a communications major, and she loves her job that she's currently at, and I do not doubt that you will enjoy what you're studying and enjoy whatever career you get out of your major. So yeah, I love you too, if I didn't say that already. Favorite edit you've seen? Girl, you better say the Tom Welling one. If the Tom Welling one is the Clark Kent edit, then absolutely. Absolutely. Either that or the Damon Salvatore edit that was in the first ranking edits video, then yes. Absolutely. Those are my top 2 edits that I've ever seen, and I do not see those edits being topped anytime soon. Did your septum piercing hurt? Because I low-key want to get one. My septum piercing I got almost 3 years ago, so I don't remember exactly what the pain was, but I don't remember it being anything unbearable at all. Then again, I have a pretty good pain tolerance. I say if you want a septum, you should definitely get one. The pain doesn't last forever. College experience / living with your parents as a young adult. My college experience was great. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I am glad that I went to college. I'm glad I went where I went for college. I went to Penn State, and I would say my living experience with my parents as a young adult, I've always loved being at home. I've always been a homebody. I am planning on moving out once I am financially stable. I turn 22 next month, or in a month and a half, I guess you could say. I love living with my parents, but it is time for me, I feel like, to have my own space, and that's not a testament to them at all. It's just a testament to me just knowing what I want for myself and knowing that I am ready to just spread my wings and fly like a little bird. Okay, I will do two more questions. A question that I get a lot is what editing software I use. So for my intro and my outro, when you see the little hearts fall down, that is CapCut, and the outro where you see the little TV and the thank you for watching and and Madonna is playing in the background, those 2 are CapCut. But for the main part of the video, I use Final Cut Pro. So yes, CapCut and Final Cut Pro are the 2 softwares I use to edit my videos. And last question, I'll do 2 more questions. I'll do 2 more questions. Okay, my favorite dog breed. Guys, I want a wiener dog so bad. So bad. Wiener dogs have always been my favorite dog ever. I love wiener dogs so much. They are so cute. The day I get a wiener dog is the day I can die happy. If you could dye your hair in any color, what would it be? I would say blonde. I was blonde for a couple seconds and I loved it so much. And I would absolutely do it again. And I feel like this is a good question to end off on. Any piece of advice for girls who haven't hit their 20s yet? I would say don't rush you. Don't feel like you have to fit in with anybody. Don't feel like you have to live up to anybody else's standards other than your own. And this is just me saying what I think I needed to hear when I was 17, 18, however old. If you don't know exactly who you are right now, that is perfectly fine. I know it may seem like everybody else does and that everybody else knows exactly what they want, knows exactly who they are. I know it may seem like that, but that doesn't mean that you yourself need to know that. Take your time figuring out who you are. Take your time figuring out what you want out of life. I know it may seem that when you're hitting 18 and 19 that you need to have it all figured out, but that is the far opposite. That is the time in your life when you are just now really starting to figure it out, really are starting to figure out who you are as a person. And I feel like that is what you need to cater to and what you need to be putting your time into versus having it already figured out by then, because rushing into who you are, rushing into figuring it all out is only gonna set you back more, because you're gonna put yourself in something that you think is right for you, but not the thing that actually is right for you. So you're just gonna end up wasting time. So I feel like, if anything, if there's any piece of advice I would give, is to just take your time, figure out who you are, figure out what you want, and go after it when you are ready, and not according to anybody else's time frame, regardless of what your friends have going on, regardless of what your parents say that you need to be doing. Just do you at your pace, and everything will be okay. Everything will be okay, because JoJo said so. Because JoJo said so. And yeah, but yeah, I don't know how many questions I just answered, but I've been yapping for over 30 minutes now, and I need to get this video out to you guys by tomorrow. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for wanting to know what goes on in my brain. I appreciate that so much. I love you guys. I'll see you so soon. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, all that shit. All of my socials, links in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next freaking video. Mwah.